cool or what. Hey, check out the rail. It's Illinois, 1943, and it's 112 pounds per yard. There you go. I can't believe they saw me. I'm in the weeds over here. They got good eyes. Hey, I'm in a really cool town here. This is called Sunman, Indiana. It's in Ripley County, and it's like an hour and 20 minutes or so southeast of Indianapolis. Population 932. I'm on the main drag right now in Sunman. There's the water tower, and we got the railroad tracks right over here. There's a railroad crossing over there, and they've got a small railroad yard where they load, I believe, some kind of railroad materials onto gondola cars and maybe hopper cars. We'll have a look at that too while we're here. So railroad crossing is right over that way. Sunman, Indiana. Hey, here's the railroad yard in Sunman. Look at this. Got some tall side gondolas right there. They load, I think they load them with railroad ties. Got a hopper car sitting down there on the siding. So they've got a couple sidings plus the main track going through here. Here's a pile of railroad ties. Sunman, Indiana. All right, well, the little railroad yard there is pretty interesting. And I'm gonna catch the train over here, right next to the rail yard bar and grill. Check this out. Good place to eat, right next to the railroad crossing. This will be an awesome shot. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna get it exactly. The sun's gonna be a little bit of an issue. Almost shooting straight into it. All right, here we go. Train's finally coming. Not a real fan. They just missed out on a good one. GP10 there on the end, and that'll be leading on the way back. Just now passing the railroad yard here, if you want to call it that. It's got two sidings down there on the left. All right, this is a popular place here with the rail fans. Amico right across the road. Look at these buildings, pretty interesting. I'd like to be in one of these. Maybe that one over there. Spend a weekend in that one, see how many trains go through. I know there's not that many trains on this line. You've got the auto rack trains from Greensburg. All right, let's go catch them again somewhere. Alrighty, I'm coming into Batesville, Indiana, population 7,353, and it's in Ripley County. So let's find out where the railroad tracks are. That's cool. Look at how it goes across there. I remember when Williamsburg, Ohio had a building that did that. It was right next to the railroad tracks too. They had a walkway just like that. Yeah, we're right in downtown now, down here in the big city, looking for the railroad tracks. I'll keep heading in that direction. All right, I'm in downtown Batesville at the park. It's right next to railroad tracks. This is a big park too. Check this out. This place is awesome. And the railroad tracks are right there. Ooh, that was a loud truck. I'm starting to hear the train coming already. So let's go over here to the train tracks. Wow, look at the size of that oak tree. Yeah, this is a really nice park right here. Let's see where we can catch the train at. Starting to hear it coming. We're going to catch it like right here. Got a few rail fans here already. Not sure what that is right there. I saw that when I was in Florida the last time. They had a broom next to them in Florida. All right, let's see what it says about Batesville here. It's known for its vibrant community, strong economy, commitment to quality of life, and has auto racks trains from Central Railroad of Indiana. That's interesting. Jawtooth has never filmed here. Oh wow, how do you know that? And it was founded in the mid-19th century. And here comes the train. Coming in strong right over there. Wonder how many of these people are going to notice the train. That railroad crossing sounds interesting. Hear that? Wow, they were booking. I didn't know if they went that fast on this line. All right, that was a good one. They were really hauling it down through here. That is the fastest I've seen them go by far. I'd like to know how fast that was. Leave a comment below. How fast was that? Got to keep moving on. Got to keep moving on. So here we go. They're going about 30 miles an hour right here. Look at that. All right, I'm in downtown Greensburg, Indiana, and this is the place where you got the tree growing out of the top of the courthouse. Look at this over here. See that? There's a tree growing out of the top of the courthouse right there. And the train will be coming from this direction. Should be here any time now. So they're going to be letting the passengers off right here. They'll have about a 2-hour layover here where they can walk up in town and get something to eat. And then the train will just reverse back the other direction. This will be an awesome shot right here. Downtown Greensburg, Indiana. Okay, they're getting ready to come to town. That crossing set up on the left is really old. That's ancient looking. Look at that. Wish I wasn't so far away. See that? That is ancient looking. Going. All right, they're on some really old stick rail here. I saw a date on one of the sections of the rail, said 1948 on it. All right, there you go. They're on a frequency of 160.545. Get some interference from my camera. 160.545. And that completes the run. That was a fun chase. Now see, they'll just go back in reverse from this way all the way back to Cincinnati. We got a 2-hour layover here.
Doctor answering. Repeat what you're going to say. Only open the vestibule facing downtown. Copy.
I'm in downtown Greensburg, Indiana right now. Population 12,317. And they're known for their historic square, which is right here. I'm on the historic square. And they're known for the courthouse right here with the tree growing out of it. Look at this. There's a tree. That has been like that for years and years. I rode this same train here about maybe 15 years or so ago. I don't know, it's been a while. But I rode the same train and that tree was there at that time even. You know, at least 15 years ago when I rode it. It was before I started my channel. And there's all the people coming off the train. Everybody's gonna be walking around and looking for something to eat. And they'll probably visit this courthouse here too. Decatur County, just southeast of Indianapolis. And about 61 miles from Cincinnati, Ohio. Hey, music store, look at this. Got some guitars here. Oh, I could have a blast going in there. I got one just like that one. I could have a blast going in there and trying all those out. Probably wind up buying one though. I got too many guitars right now and I don't play that much anymore anyway. I used to play all the time, but I pretty much quit playing in the late 90s. Something going on here. What's this? Some kind of live action. Check this out. Wow, I got here just in time. That was pretty awesome, whatever that was. Look at the size of that container. Coming through. I got here just in time for the live action. Let's see what else we can get into while we're here. Ceramic studio right here. And look at this alley. This alley is really interesting. I like it a lot. I just walked through there, so let's check it out. It says Greensburg there. Alley 1822. And the world famous tower tree is right over that way. It's on top of the courthouse. Cool, look at all these windows. Wonder if those are apartments or what? Everybody's getting off the train over here and walking into the town. It is a pretty town, I will say that. Hey, while I was in Greensburg, I just thought to stop over here at the Decatur County Park. It's right over here. Interesting bridge over there. We'll have a close look at that in just a second. But here's, look at this. Look at this railroad line here. There's a spur that comes off the main that way in town, and I'm a couple miles from downtown Greensburg. So the spur comes up this way a few miles. It's got really old light pound rail too, and it goes that way to the dead end at a grain elevator, some kind of a grain customer it looks like. This isn't used very often, but it is still in use. So they've got another customer on the line here. And look at the rail. Look how small this rail is. Looking for some markings on it. You can tell it's still in use. Just a little bit of a shine on the rail, not much. Oh, there we go. There's markings over there. It was rolled by Illinois. Oh, 1917. Illinois, USA, 1917. See that? Still in use. Count the dashes for the month. It might be 90-pound rail. You know, it looks smaller than that though, but it says 90 on it. Look at that old line. Love to catch a train on this, but I don't think they run this very often, just as needed. There you go. Something else about the line here. that's in Greensburg. It goes to the Honda plant. That's as far as Central Railroad of Indiana operates the line, up to the Honda plant. And when they put that Honda plant in, at the time, there was 3 contenders for the Honda plant. Greensburg was one, and another one was Mount Orab, Ohio. Mount Orab, where I live, almost got that Honda plant. And that would have been serviced on the Peavine, of course. Don't know what it would have been like if that would have been built there. That thing's huge. It would have probably brought in a lot more construction. We're actually growing pretty big right now, Mount Orab. A little faster than what I'm used to and what I like. Look at that old bridge. They probably brought that in here for the park. And it goes across the pond. Some kind of live action going on over there. Some kind of animal doing something. Too far away to see what it is. Looks like a duck. Some kind of algae or something all the way across that pond. Maybe put some grass carp or something in there to get rid of that. This is a nice park. Wish I could get lucky and see a train go through here. Check out that barn too. All right, just want to show that. Found another date on the rail right there, 1916, and still in use. And there's a brand new tie here. See that? Brand new tie, brand new spike. The tie plate's old. Pretty well maintained track, actually. Here's a closer look at this bridge. Decatur County Bridge number 140, which was built in 1915. Got picnic tables on it over there. There you go, click on it and read it at your leisure. Built by the Pan American Bridge Company from Newcastle, Indiana, 1915. Might as well walk out on it since I'm here. This pond is a little bit bigger than I thought it was. Just need to do something about all that algae on it. That doesn't look real good. Let's go swimming. All right, there you go. Pass me a rivet. Greensburg, Indiana. All right, here we go. This time Locomotive forward, coming across the road. Hoping no car stops in front and blocks. right, there she goes. Got the traffic all fouled up here. I'd like to get a close look at this rail somewhere. I don't see any markings on it at this spot. Doesn't look like a very big rail. It's probably over 100 years old. We'll see if we can find a spot, find a date on it somewhere in the company. Cool, look at that. Over here in the Jawtooth compound. That is a nice looking tractor. All right, here they come. On the second field. Cool. Live action at the Jawtooth compound. I'm trying to stay out of the way. There you go. Oh, I got a telephone call. Can you believe it? All right, there you go. Hey, check it out. There's some baby geese on the pond. Look at this. April 21st, 2026. I can't get close enough to see how many there are. They never last long, though. Wish I could get closer to them. I'm gonna see if I can get on the other side of the pond, see what happens. There's the geese. I think there's 4. Can't really tell. I can't get close to them. Look at that. Maybe 5. They have babies here every year on this island right here, that little tiny island. That's where they hatch from. And then they last usually for just a couple days, and then something gets them. Foxes, coyotes, raccoons, something always gets them. But they keep trying every year. Yeah, we've had a couple geese coming back every year since I put this pond in. Actually, I put this pond in the 90s, so it's probably not the same couple. I don't think they live that long. I've had chickens and ducks. They usually last 7 or 8 years, something like that. So I don't know how they keep coming back every year, because they never make it to adults. Maybe it's a different couple, I don't know. But there they are. I can't get close to them to get a good video. And at the same time, over here, they're planting the fields. They got really scared when this tractor was close to the pond, and the 2 adult geese took the babies into the field. So they went way over to my property line, over there where that fence is. They took the baby geese all the way over to there and then came back. So there they are. They're over there at the Gibson boat canal, or whatever you call it. Gibson ship. There's the geese. I think it's the male right there, got his head up. They're funny too, because if you run from geese, they'll chase you. If you stand still and you don't act like you're afraid of them, they'll leave you alone. So never run from geese, because if you do, they'll chase you. Unless you just want to get chased. Oh, there's the babies. Now I'm getting a good video of them. How many are there? I still can't tell. At least 5, maybe 6 even. Well, there they go. That's cool. There's the island right there. Every year, same story. They have babies from that island, and they're here for a couple days. All right, here they are. There's stalls. Getting another field over here. I'm probably the only farmer without a tractor. I've never owned a tractor. I've got over 100 acres. I first went into debt getting this place in 1994. Spent my last dollar to get it for, you know, a 30-year loan. Oh, these trees are in the way. I gotta cut these trees back. Yep, I penny pitched for years and years. Never had a new car, nothing. Watched every dollar just so I could get this farm. I got this farm for just a little over $1,000 an acre. You know, and you can get loans for it because I did it. Nowadays, this place is worth probably 10 times that. I can't believe how much farmland has gone up. Well, these trees are going to be cut back. Can't see nothing. All right, here's a better shot. Look at this. Got away from the trees a little bit. Yeah, stalls do somewhere around 70 acres on my farm. Somewhere in that area. When I first got this farm, my plan was just to preserve a farm because they keep developing everywhere, keep building things, they keep using all the farmland up. So I just wanted to own some farmland just so I could prevent some land from being changed into homes and apartments and all that kind of junk. Got a really good deal on the place when I got it because when I moved here in 1994, land was really cheap out this way. Now it's really expensive out here. It's hard to even find farmland for sale. I've never had a tractor. Got ride mowers, that's it. Cool, look at that. That's awesome. They're wanting to build a data center only a few air miles from here. I sure hope that doesn't happen. I haven't heard anything good about those. Well, there you go. April the 21st of 2026. Got some live action going on. Planting the Jawtooth compound. Doing planting. There's the baby geese on their second day. They made it overnight. Chessie's over there. So they did make it. There's some ducks over there. Chessie's going to come over and scare them. Let's see, where did she go? She's over there somewhere. Huh. Don't know where she went to. Got all kinds of live action going on here. Got those wild Canada geese and then the ducks that came from my neighbor's farm. They come over here in the morning and they leave in the evening. Oh, there's Jessie over there.